Hey friends, welcome back in. It's Women's History Month, and we've been celebrating all March, and we're thrilled to keep the momentum going with our next guest, a Lexington author who's written a book about women helping women and the history of women leading Kentucky, a great organization.
Really is. It's called Pathlights, and the stories and history within hold great meaning for all of us. Please welcome Janet Holloway. Thank you so much for stopping in, Janet.
Good to be here. Thank you both.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, let's talk about the book itself and how it came to be.
Well, we celebrated our 25th year of operation. We started with nothing. 25 years later, we have 120 some attending lunches and 300 or 400 attending conferences.
My goodness.
And totally on with no federal, state, or local funding.
That's right.
Wow.
It's all
Self-made,
businesses
yes.
And people paying for an event.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's incredible.
It is tremendous.
Yeah.
Was this book on your heart and the organization's heart to get out into the world? There's so many wonderful stories in here.
Well, not really. I've written a couple of other books, and so I do take my writing rather seriously. But I became aware that it was 25 years, and it was time
Something to celebrate.
tell the story and celebrate, and so that was when I took on the whole experience with Women Leading Kentucky was a calling, if you will.
Oh, I bet it was. So can you share some of the stories that readers can expect us to read?
Yes, I can. Well, it was inspired really by a woman who attended our luncheon and came up to me and said, since I've been coming here, I don't think about suicide.
Oh, wow.
I was stunned. I mean, I knew we had an impact, but thank goodness that was an extreme.
You never know what individuals are going through who might be sitting right beside you at a luncheon or an event.
Exactly.
My goodness.
Well, and she has just developed and flourished over the past 2 years.
Oh.
And another woman, Jennifer Maddox, who heads up the Carnegie Center, was development director at the Carnegie Center for many years.
Yes.
And she said she never dreamed of being the director, but through her experiences and getting to know women here in this community, she's now the director of the Carnegie Center and doing a fine job.
And
That's great.
And it's all about support, isn't it? It's about women reaching out to others saying, look, this was the path that worked for me. It might work for you.
Yes.
But regardless of what path you're on, we're here to support you. We're here to help you become the best version of you can possibly be. And to give back. That's always in the bedrock of your
It's always
organization.
in there. It's to learn, to lead, and give back to your community.
Yes.
Women have just done amazing things as a result of expanding their networking, developing more patience and more insight into themselves. And many women I know have suffered through what they call the imposter syndrome. Somebody will find out I'm really not smart at all, I'm kind of stupid, if they really knew me. And so women have learned through their interactions with other successful women to kind of give that up and to count on themselves, to learn about themselves.
That's right. They absolutely
That's
should.
why this organization's so important. And what a who's who. I mean, all the guest speakers through the years. I mean, Crit Llewellyn and Isabel Yates and Weeda Michael. I mean, and they're all here. I mean, the list
all
goes on and on. We've been blessed to have been touched by so many of these lives.
Oh, that's good to hear.
So the book is something we want to get into all Kentuckians' hands. So what's the best way to get this book, Jean?
They can order it through Barnes & Noble, through the bookstore, or through online. If they wish, they can contact me and get a slightly less expensive price because I can do that.
Because you've got connections, don't you, Janet?
I know the author. And that's the best way to do it. Barnes & Noble, online, or ordering through the store, or contacting me.
Wonderful. And what a great overture to maybe introduce some new folks to your organization.
Yes, exactly. We have a new executive director now. I ran it directly for 13 years, and then Carol Seiler ran it for about 11 years, and now we have a new director. So it's quite interesting and changing. It changed. The best part of what the women get out of it is that the speakers talk about their challenges in reaching their success. How'd they deal with them? What went well? What did not go well?
Right.
What can you learn from my experience?
So much
and
to
they're
learn.
so good about sharing that.
Oh,
Deeply
fantastic.
inspiring.
Yes.
Janet, thank you for sharing this
You're
with us.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thanks for
Appreciate that.
stopping by today. It was
You
great
are
to see you
welcome.
too.
Find this
Thank you.
book. We're back with more friends. Stick around.
ABC 36 Community Spotlight is brought to you by CHI St. Joseph Health, caring for our community with human kindness.